Good afternoon. My name is Riza Marie D. Arthur, and I am here to present my program initiative entitled Overcoming Caste Based Discrimination through Collaborative Efforts of Local and External Health Organizations to Increase Access to Quality Health Services in Addressing Maternal Health Among the Dalits in Nepal. A little bit of background regarding my program initiative. So, Dalit women in Nepal confront a complex nexus of discrimination that restricts their access to vital maternal health care services. Rooted in the nation's historical caste hierarchy, Dalit women grapple with the dual burden of being both female and from a marginalized caste. This intersectional oppression is manifested in their healthcare experiences, where societal biases can obscure their rights to maternal care. Furthermore, these discriminations are not just societal, they infiltrate the very institutions designed for healthcare, with reports of disparities among healthcare providers themselves. I also want to discuss the brief overview of Nepal. So, Nepal is a non coastal country located in South Asia between China to the north and India to the south, east, and west. So, this is also home to more than 100 ethnic groups speaking over 90 languages. The largest ethnic groups are the Chihetri, Brahmin Hill, Magar, and Tharu. Nepal was also a monarchy for most of its history. Nepal's roots can be traced back to the Vedic age, reflecting centuries of trade, migration, and conquests. Ancient scriptures mention the Kiratas as early inhabitants, followed by the Lichavis and then the Malas, under whose reign the arts, architecture, and culture flourished. The modern Nepali state began in the late 18th century when King Prithvi Narayan Shah unified several small kingdoms. Colonial power swept across Asia, but Nepal retained its sovereignty, a buffer between British India and Imperial China. The 20th century witnessed significant political shifts, from an autocratic Rana rule to a brief stint as a constitutional monarchy, and the country became a federal democratic republic in 2008. Since then, Nepal has been trying to navigate the complexities of establishing and solidifying democratic institutions and processes. Nepal is also no exception in caste based discrimination, a pervasive issue in many South Asian societies. While the country's constitution prohibits caste based discrimination, Dalits, often called the untouchables, continue to face discrimination in various aspects in life. The caste system in Nepal has roots in Hinduism, where individuals are born into a certain caste that dictates their social status and occupation. Dalits have historically been disregarded and discriminated against, affecting their access to resources, including healthcare services. Historically, Dalits have also been denied access to education. A lack of awareness or education about health and hygiene practices can result in preventable health problems. Furthermore, Dalit women face double discrimination due to their caste and gender, making them more vulnerable to health issues, domestic violence, and reduced access to maternal care. Dalit women, positioned between caste and gender discrimination, often bear a disproportionately heavy burden of systemic prejudices, which is worsened in healthcare settings. Their experiences are shaped by a combination of traditional cultural beliefs and structural inequalities. Because of stigmatization, Dalit women seeking medical services were humiliated or belittled because of their caste identity. This kind of treatment discourages them from seeking medical care even when critically needed. The discrimination among Dalits is still prevalent in many parts of Nepal and unfortunately considered as a cultural bias within the Dalit community. This results to biases extended in quality health care services. Poor quality of care, being treated with disrespect, or even being denied care altogether are common in maternal care. Additionally, gender discrimination is a significant issue in Nepal, and this can be more pronounced for Dalit women. Traditional gender roles and expectations can limit the autonomy of women in ultimately making their decisions about their health, including when and where to seek care. Customarily, many Dalit women have limited say in household decisions, including decisions related to their health. In some Dalit communities, there may also be a preference for traditional birth attendants and home births over hospital births. This can also be due to a combination of cultural beliefs, fear of discrimination in health institutions, and a lack of awareness about the benefits of skilled birth attendants. Traveling to healthcare facilities, especially in remote areas, might also pose safety risks for women, from potential harassment to physical harm, making them hesitant to seek care. The maternal healthcare access for Dalit women in Nepal has also been historically challenging due to various socioeconomic factors. A large gap exists between non Dalit and Dalit women in regard to maternal mortality and prenatal care. A lack of awareness of Dalit women about maternal healthcare services, rights, and the importance of antenatal care often leads to delays in seeking necessary care. Around 81% of non Dalit women had four or more prenatal care visits, whereas only 48.5% of Dalit women had at least four prenatal care visits. Physical access to healthcare facilities can be difficult as the geographical barrier limits Dalits' gain health services. Poor infrastructure and transport can pose significant difficulty for childbearing Dalit women to access quality maternal health care. The cost of healthcare services can also be prohibitive for Dalit women. Nepal's government has been striving to provide free primary healthcare services, including maternal care, at public health facilities. However, free does not always mean no costs are incurred. There can be indirect costs such as transportation, food, and incidental medical expenses, which might be burdensome for impoverished Dalit families. The intersection of case based and gender based discrimination means Dalit women often face unique financial challenges when accessing health care. Addressing these health disparities among Dalit women, particularly in quality maternal health care access, requires not just systemic changes in healthcare provisioning and financing, but also broadening societal shifts towards equality and inclusivity. Understanding the health disparities faced by Dalits requires an intersectional perspective. Dalit women, for instance, face unique challenges due to their gender and caste status. The purpose of the health initiative directly lies on the case based discrimination that Dalit women face up to this day. Addressing case based discrimination and enhancing access to quality maternal health care for Dalit women in Nepal requires a multi organizational approach with collaboration between local governments, external health organizations, and the Dalit community themselves. The initiative will mainly focus on elevating advocacy and awareness seminars while also aiding Dalit women in monitoring the quality of care they receive through health data surveillance from collaborative efforts of local and external health organizations. Furthermore, the initiative's goals are to increase healthcare personnel development and train them regarding the Dalit culture to improve their understanding about maternal care within the Dalit women. The initiative, with the help of collaborative efforts between the local and external health organizations, such as the Ministry of Federal Affairs and Local Development, along with local public health departments, village development committees involved in Dalits, and United States Agency for International Development in Nepal, will be conducting a monthly educational seminars for healthcare providers who mainly caters Dalit women. These seminars will increase mindfulness and to educate them about the rights of Dalits, the harmful effects of caste discrimination, and the importance of inclusive healthcare, which then can provide awareness and advocacy towards the Dalit community. The initiative, through the said organizations, will also help support efforts to monitor the quality of care provided to Dalit women through monthly health data surveillance and hold healthcare providers liable for discrimination, which can train them to provide respectful care and improve the representation of Dalits in the healthcare workforce. The program goals, objectives, and strategies are aligned with the developed SMART chart, which is exhibited as the primary framework for the proposed health initiative. For the specific objective, the main goal is enhancing the access of health care of every Dalit woman, regardless of her caste, and is treated with the dignity and care she rightfully deserves. By the end of the health initiative, the Dalit community, particularly Dalit women, will be able to gain more access to quality maternal health services and ultimately lead to the measurable objective, which is for Dalit women to have equal healthcare access of 4 or more antenatal visits versus non-Dalit women who have 81% compared to only 48.5% for Dalit women. The achievable objectives of the health initiatives will be focusing on two things. First, the collaborative efforts of both local and external health organizations that will be leading the program will be holding a monthly educational training for healthcare providers who mainly caters Dalit women for increased awareness and advocacy. The second achievable goal is involving both local and external health organizations to support efforts to monitor the quality of care provided to Dalit women through monthly health data surveillance. The monthly health data surveillance will help track and monitor how Dalit women are receiving care as well as the times they are receiving the health services. Moreover, relevant objectives of the proposed health initiatives consist of educating the healthcare providers about cultural appropriation in healthcare setting, especially among Dalits, and ways to eliminate caste-based discrimination in providing maternal healthcare services among Dalit women, and initiating health data surveillance for verifying both quantitative and qualitative methods of how Dalit women are being treated for maternal health care services. It will also serve as a basis of evidence that Dalit women are given the same opportunity as non-Dalit women to have 4 or more antenatal care per visit. Both of these goals will directly impact the main objective of the health initiative, which is to increase maternal health care access among Dalit women. As more Dalit women access healthcare, hospitals and clinics become familiar spaces for them. This can also eventually reduce stigmatization over time and improve the overall quality of care they receive. The time-bound or time-based objective will drive the momentum of the health initiative as it will set the timeline of creating a clear and efficient timeframe for achieving the goals. This will ensure sustained motion that will provide a clear endpoint for the program evaluation. As for this initiative, the time frame to start and end will be starting fiscal year 2024, which starts October 1, 2023, to end of fiscal year 2024, which ends on September 30, 2024. This time frame is best analyzed to be the most optimal way for planning and gathering of resources, as well as sufficient health data gathered for the assessment of the program objectives. So, allocating a budget effectively for this specific health initiative requires prioritizing activities that will have the most significant impact on the desired outcome of the proposed program. Given the context of increasing maternal healthcare access for Dalit women in Nepal through monthly training among healthcare providers and monthly data surveillance, the projected budget is presented in this chart. The training material and curriculum development will cost approximately $1,000 and is a one time expense. A well researched and tailored curriculum is foundational to the success of any training. This budget ensures that the unique needs and challenges faced by Dalit women in accessing maternal health care are addressed effectively. The total of the monthly training workshops for the healthcare providers to increase their awareness and advocacy to Dalit women is approximately $3,600. This includes the venue, which will be considering leveraging local community spaces to reduce costs, is around $1,200 for the entire duration. The training materials, which may include handouts and or multimedia resources, is approximately $1,200 as well. And for additional costs for refreshments, which is approximately $600 for the entire time frame of the seminars. The support and follow up, which is approximately $1,500, is equally important and vital as the workshops itself, since continuous support post training ensures that providers apply their knowledge in real world settings. Consistent communication fosters a sense of community and ensures everyone remains aligned with the program goals. This includes post training support materials that is around $300 with proper communication and coordination among the local and external health organizations with the attendees will generate approximately around $1,200 in costs. So the subtotal for the monthly training workshops will generate $6,100 of the total budget. Furthermore, for the monthly health data surveillance, data collection tools and systems will be also a one time expense, which is approximately $500 for the development or purchase of data collection tools or resources. Accurate and efficient data collection tools are extremely essential. They will allow for a consistent measurement of maternal healthcare access rates among Dalit women, ensuring that the initiative's impact is quantifiable. The monthly data analysis and reporting includes software for data analysis, which free or open source tools will be also considered, is approximately $200, and personnel for data analysis and monthly report evaluation is roughly $1,200 for the entire duration of the program. Regular data collection provides progression or updates on the initiative's development. By understanding the antenatal health access rates, the initiative can quickly adapt and respond to emerging needs or challenges of the target community, which are the Dalit women. So the subtotal for the monthly health data surveillance will produce a total of $3,300 of the total budget. Additionally, miscellaneous costs will also be considered as every project encounters unforeseen challenges or opportunities. The measured miscellaneous cost of the proposed initiative will amount to $600 for the entire duration. While the allocated funding is $10,000 for the whole program, each budget allocation is carefully considered to optimize the initiative's impact and ensure that Dalit women experience improved maternal health care access. The program evaluation provides a comprehensive overview of the initiative's impact, achievements, and areas needing improvement. The evaluation assessed the program's outcomes against its objective using the allocated $10,000 budget in a span of 12 months. So, the proposed strategies are to train healthcare providers monthly on awareness and advocacy regarding the unique challenges faced by Dalit women and to conduct monthly health data surveillance tracking the maternal health care access rates, particularly four or more antenatal visits among Dalit women. The program will successfully train healthcare providers who mainly caters Dalit women and effectively identify five interventions to enhance cultural competence. Post training assessments will also indicate increased knowledge of healthcare providers among Dalit women's challenges and improved understanding about maternal healthcare access among Dalit women. The monthly data surveillance will also help indicate the increase in four or more antenatal services of Dalit women and track any progress made when the main goal is achieved. So, while improvements will be noted, challenges will also be encountered by the initiation of the program. Data collection consistency will be a challenge of the initiative since some remote areas pose difficulties in consistent data collection due to connectivity issues. There will also be initial resistance from some healthcare providers that may show hesitation to the training but may overcome more receptive over time. Continuous engagement, community involvement, and refresher sessions are key to achieving the main goal of the initiative that ensures lasting change, crucial to reinforce knowledge and address new challenges. Involving all the said local and external health organizations in advocacy efforts to amplify impact will not only improve healthcare access but also foster a more inclusive and understanding healthcare environment for Dalit women. And these are all the references I use in my presentation. And I hope that my program initiative will be considered. And thank you for listening. I hope you have a great and blessed day.